What is going on, guys? Today I'll be giving my honest thoughts on the Marvel series WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. Loki, I did not like any of them. I'm sorry, man. I really want to like these shows. I loved Infinity War, I loved Endgame. I was really excited to see what's next for Marvel, and it's not looking too hot from the get-go. Yeah, let's just dive into my thoughts here. Let's start off first with WandaVision. All right, the show it's different, I'll give it that. It's very creative. Okay, so the first episode they worry about making dinner for Vision's boss. I just felt like it was honestly a waste of time. And the next episode they do a magic show, but then when they finally start going to the real life present day stuff, it starts getting a little more interesting. I do like the side characters here. I do like Monica Rambeau, Officer Jimmy Woo, and that nerd chick, I forgot her name, but she was really funny. And the concept of Wanda having kids, that was really interesting as well. They also teased Quicksilver, but other than that, the show is just a little, how would you say it, like anticlimactic, I would say. Not a whole lot happens. Most of the stuff, happens in the fictional world Wanda has created. The show just teases that, oh, there's something more here. Like this is not actually, a 1950s sitcom. Like we already kind of know that. The show doesn't really give us the answers, but we already kind of know the answers. So then when they do give us the answers, it's like, okay, we already know. But the show does start to do more things near the end of it. The reveal of Agatha Harkness, the neighbor, was truly the villain this whole time. I thought that was pretty well done. She's actually not a bad Marvel villain. I know, that's crazy. And near the end, they fight a government-created Vision. I thought that was just pretty lame. He's just Vision with the saturation slider turned all the way down. So yeah, overall, I was just a little disappointed. WandaVision, I don't think it's a bad show. It's just very slow at the beginning, and the stuff they do towards the end, it's not good enough to make up for all the slow 1950s like sitcom stuff they do at the beginning. But it's not a bad show. It's a good, safe watch. But the next show I'm gonna talk about, I don't think anybody in the internet likes this show, and it's for good reason. Okay, we're gonna go into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The show, I don't know, it's just like it doesn't hit as a Marvel show. Let's start off with the positives here. It's always gonna be positive. Okay, so let's start off with Zemo. I thought Zemo's pretty good. The new Captain America, John Walker, I thought he was a pretty interesting villain, or at least, a hero in the start and a villain in the making towards the end. I also enjoyed Sharon Carter being revealed as the power broker. I thought that was pretty cool as well. And also Bucky's relationship with the old man, whose son that he killed earlier in his life when he was the Winter Soldier. Bucky trying to make up for his sins of his past. I thought that was one of the highlights of the show. Other than that, the show's just boring. Okay, let's talk about the villains of the show. The so-called villains that Sam or Falcon, he doesn't even acknowledge that they're villains. The Flag Smashers and their leader Carly, they're just so boring. Every time the Flag Smashers come on the screen, you just can't help but like give a yawn. They're just so boring. We all know that good villains, they have a point and they're somewhat relatable, and the show tries to tell us that. Yeah, they tell us that, but they never show us that. Because these guys are just so bland. There's just nothing special about them. These guys have absolutely like no charisma on the screen, and I'm not blaming the actors here. They probably just didn't know what else to do. They're just so dry. This show is a very dry show. They even spent a good amount of time fixing a fucking boat. Like, the show is just not good, and I think most people on the internet would agree with me. So yeah, let's just move on. Okay, the last one we have Loki. Oh my god, man, I really wanted to like this one, but again, the show is so the amount of time they just spend talking, and Mobius just fucking arguing with Loki. It must have been a nightmare trying to film these scenes because they're just like arguing with each other. They take what seems like an eternity to find this Loki variant, and then when they finally find the Loki variant, they go off on a random adventure. They're trying to like catch a train. Like, it's not that interesting. And then that one chick, Judge Renslayer, I don't know what her problem was. Like, everybody already knew that the timekeepers don't exist. So why does she keep trying to enforce the rules? I don't know what's up with her. Maybe, hopefully, season 2 could make us like her a little better. The episode where Loki meets his other variants, I thought that was a highlight of the series. We got Kid Loki, got classic Loki, and an alligator Loki. I thought that was really funny. That's probably the best part of the series for me. And the finale... The finale is just a disappointment for me. I don't think Kang is all that bad, but after we saw, Thanos transitioning to Kang over here as the new big bad of the MCU, He's just like a tier below Thanos, at least this version of Kang. So what I'm hoping is that the other variants of Kang that hopefully we'll get to see in the other MCU projects coming up, hopefully they'll be more interesting, because this version of Kang, he just wasn't all of that for me. Overall, it just didn't seem like he was the menacing villain that he should have been. Maybe if they teased the other Kangs, that would have been more interesting. But yeah, other than that, the show again, it's just disappointing. The show just drags on a little too long at the early episodes, and again, it's kind of anticlimactic. I think what the show does best is the conversation it starts about the MCU. It does raise a lot of interesting questions, like, is Captain America a variant? Did Tony Stark know about Kang all along? So yeah, this show has kicked off a lot of interesting theories and a lot of interesting discussions to be had about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So yeah, I do appreciate what the show did for the conversations and discussions we can now have. But other than that, the actual show itself is just a little disappointing to me. But yeah, hopefully Loki season 2 will spice things up. Hopefully we'll see some more variants of Kang. But yeah, that wraps up my thoughts for WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki. Let me know what y'all thought about these 3 shows, and feel free to let me know, am I tripping? Am I a Marvel hater? And also, what shows are you looking forward to in the future from Marvel? But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys had fun, and I will catch you all in the next one.